guoxiang, and sort of lifting up to the pulse. It's only just about 12, 13 kind of ingredient together on there. And just from 1 week, completely gone. She had about 4 months troubles of that.
Should you have not used the face diagnosis because we are not familiar with it? Then that means the patient should be still with you as a patient?
No.
Because we don't know what to do?
What do you mean?
Well, you are expert on face diagnosis. We are not.
Well, I didn't teach you the face diagnosis. I teach you the palpation and pulse and tongue reading.
Yeah, no. So when we don't know how to palpate face.
Do you know meridian?
Yeah, we do know.
I checked the meridian. I didn't really check the face or anything else. So if you check meridian, you tap, you find out this is meridian to do with certain meridian, and it's more sharper. That means troubles, blockages in here. Okay.
First time.
First time.
First time
yeah.
I heard of it.
So
3 years in Salford.
so this is what you are for. You are here for. Yeah. You know, people can from practice you can have your own style of that. Palpation. The famous palpation diagnosis specialist in China now is Dr. Professor Wang Ji. If you learn, it's Beijing University of TCN. You can Google his book, and some of the Professor Wang is family name Wang Ji. But his diagnosis, I didn't read his book. I only just read about his style of that by just reading some of the internet sort of reading.
Is that the Advanced Channel Palpation that was translated by Jason Robertson?
That's right, yes, this is the book, yeah.
He's really good.
It's a very good book. But because I didn't read, I can't really comment on his because obviously my personal experience is slightly different because Professor Wang has over 30, 40 years of practice. I only have 13, 14 years of proper practice. So I can't really compare with him. But I think I have my own style and I have my own kind of experience. I can only just teach you what I think is working in my practice. And then you can really, you learn and you practice, you put in your practice. You might find out what I was talking maybe wrong, maybe incorrect with your own practice. You can always fill enrich that, this practice. So what I was trying to really raise the questions is because we believe a more structured reading strategy is needed. And my diagnosis is all based on 8 principles, 5 elements at the core of the differentiation diagnosis. So here we go. So 8 principles, so the yin and yang. So I always will start my pulse reading from the right side. Yeah. Do you normally put like 2 hands to touch people's fingers, the palms, on both sides at the same time?
I sometimes take the left, when I finish I take the right, and I put them together.
Right. I normally will use only my right hand side because I want to make sure they always feel the same thing. So my finger sensitivity always resides on my right hand side. So I touch the right pulse first, then the left pulse. Because I will make sure my hand, only one hand tells and compare. Because you need to compare. I only use my right hand side. But if you find your left hand side is more sensitive, you are welcome to use your left hand side. But stay with one side, one hand.
I got a teacher before just told us they say if the patient is right hand side, you just use your right hand side. You touch it, then left hand side use your left hand touch.
So different doctors have different experience and preference, I would say, yeah. Nothing is, say, 100% correct, yeah. But for me, because I want to make sure, because my right hand side is always the sensitive hand, I want to make sure my right hand side touch the thing and tells the same thing. Yeah, because your left hand side might be less sensitive when you teach, when you touch, you might feel different.
My left side is more sensitive.
Yeah, so I always stay with my right hand side, but for you, you might be finding out your left hand side is more sensitive. Do the left side.
I get used to it, my both.
Yes, yeah. Well, you can. If you do, if you want to compare both sides, you can do this way. If you believe your both hands are, equally sensitive. So, the shallow pulse will tell you the exteriors. The interior pulse will be, on the deeper side. Close, slow, and fast. These are very basic, but the basic actually is the truth.
That is basic, but it's the foundation.
Yeah, that's right, yes. So, decide one, I think my basic thing is, this is my process. Decide body side, so right first, left second, you decide the yin and yang state, and qi and blood state. So, you touch left side, at the right side, okay, so I think it's floating on this side. Floating doesn't always tell you it is the exterior though. Floating quite often indicate mostly it's the yang floating. Yang is up. Floating doesn't mean it is on the superficial area of poles. It's when you touch in the superficial area level, it feels it. When you press down, it disappears. That is called slipping. The floating. Yeah. But if you feel it, top, middle, bottom, all three depths, you can feel that. This is not called floating. This is not called. You can only say I can feel it on the superficial area.
This is Hammer principle, isn't it?
Sorry?
Hammer principle. The chi, blood, and organ. Hammer.
Well, as I was saying, every doctors have different experience for that. You know, there's another school of that. They call Feilong Maifa. That's another school. Need you to explore yourself. Yeah. To me, nowadays I move more and more to palpations. It's because I found out my pulse reading can only reach that level, and then I think palpation can help me to get more precise diagnosis. So I stopped by exploring the pulse reading. I only just tell, okay, this is qi, blood, and I feel the qi is weaker. Yeah, both are weak, qi is weaker. Then they can tell you, then you can reconfirm it by palpations, yeah, by checking the tongue. And if there is a difference between all these, then you need to explore more. This is how we do it.
In the case that you feel the superficial part is, you feel that, but in the middle you can also feel that, but at the bottom you cannot feel. It's also a floating boat.
It's not called a floating pulse.
It's not.
It's This is not called. This is you still call. You can. This is. Then you need to decide which one feels stronger. If the middle side stronger, still call it. This is not floating. This is maybe the yang rising.
Okay.
Yang floating. Yeah.
Okay.
Only exterior means if you feel it's very superficial levels. When you press slightly, it disappears.
Okay.
That is called floating pulse.
Okay.
Okay.
So, sorry, teacher. And when you go to the right hand, you see as the right hand first. This
Yours is the left side.
Pardon?
Your hand is left
Yeah,
side.
just or you, if your right hand side, you see is the yang, and but before you show the picture, see, so outer is yang, is in.
This is the first stage, is to tell you whether this is the yang issues or yin issues.
Right.
The second stage is to tell weakness and excess. The third stage is to tell the position. Then you can yin and yang to tell.
So that means the right hand you check is the yang issue.
So, yes, if there is a floating pulse on the right hand side, exterior issues.
Right.
Yeah.
So because different position is show different system. So.
So that's what I said. If you call symptoms of exterior condition, you will expect most of it on the lung position, the front. But what about if it's showing on the middle position, the spleen position? If you feel floating on the spleen positions. Anything else?
It means that the pathogen has penetrated deeper into the... No?
To me, well, if it's only showing in the spleen, not showing in the lung, it's actually stomach heat or stomach yin deficient heat floating. Yeah, only in the middle. Yeah, so if it's stronger, floating means you can feel it superficial. When you press down, it's disappear. Yeah, so normally that's actually it's lack of anchoring. So either or spleen qi deficiency with some stomach issue, stomach heat. Whether it's deficient or excess heat, you need to further explore. But if it's so again, as you said, it's floating in the lung position and floating in the stomach position. That might be a joining Yeah, joining. So it means that it's coming into the yang ming level. So starting from the exterior, Taiyang going into the yang ming level.
I always thought if it disappears when you press, that kind of damp, slippery that, not floating.
So floating and slippery is different.
So why it disappears then if it's floating and you press? Will it come back or not?
Floating means floating pose means you can feel it on the superficial level.
Okay.
When you press down, it will disappear. This is what we call floating pose. Okay.
Well, if it come back again, we call it slippery.
No. Slippery means slippery like balls and beads running under your fingers. It's different. Slipping only indicates the shape of the pose. Floating only indicates the depth of the pose. They are different. Yeah, don't get confused. In my lecture, there's lecture 3. You can see in this the document. It's the 冰湖脉诀选读. That's the selected reading of 冰湖脉诀. This book is written in the Ming Dynasty of Dr. Liuzhong. Do you know the Liuzhong? Yeah. So he's a very good practitioner. He's not only the book writer. He's a very good TCM practitioner in the Ming Dynasty. He wrote a very famous book, 冰湖脉诀, which is a very important traditional textbook for all the starters. So the 冰湖脉诀only choose about 7 types of the pose he wrote in his book for people who learn poses. It tells you how to feel poses and the differentiation. So you have different, you receive different poses to differentiate from the other similar poses.
On the third one, did you say?
Yeah. So, no, this one. Maybe the fourth one. I don't know which one.
This is the third one.
So the title of that is the selected reading of 冰湖脉诀.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have it, yeah?
Yeah.
You can read.
And you've put in the Chinese characters as well, thank you very much.
Wait, I put all English translation following the Chinese writing. So, yeah. Because some of the Chinese sentences are very difficult to be translated. So I can only just be precise as much as possible as I can do. So they will tell you what actually floating pose is, what could be mixed or confusing, so we'll tell you the similar pose.
And I have one request from you. You know what you said when we roll the finger on the yin and yang of the organ? Could you demonstrate that to us? Because that's not it's not been shown to us before. Go on.
So certainly your pose. First of all, I checked the depth. Okay, superficial areas don't have much. Middle can start to feel it, but it's mainly in the middle, guan. The heart and the liver start to feel thin and wiry, but not full. The chin very weak. Then you feel it a lot stronger in the chin position here. Yeah, but all the others gone. Overall, you tell me it's internal because it's not superficial. Second, thin. The shape of that is very thin, so it means weak. Yeah? And the strength of that is also weak. And the position, weak heart, weak liver, weak kidney, yin. This part is the yang. This part is the yin. Okay? Both of that, not very strong. Liver is the same thing. Yeah. Liver yin is weaker than the yang, liver qi. Kidney both. But you do have some blockages in the kidney area, the lower jiao. I think it could be to do with either back pain or prostate problems. So just what I found for the pulse. Yeah, so this side and this side, this is how you tell. But again, this is guessing. This is guessing. It's not 100% precise. Can only.
Sorry, for me it's still very difficult to find out the outside and the inside. Yeah, because the
we're going to have a practice in a minute.